All right. Nobody's in the house, which I'm sure won't get many people. But I'm going to do a quick live stream so people come back and look. I want to talk about some prepping tips and talk about winging it with Irish Colleen. And hey, Sister Chrissy in the house. Doesn't show that you're in here. I want to talk about a couple prepping channels and a couple things you can do if you are in the path of Hurricane Dorian. What's up, Brother Mitchell? Good to see you. Not showing me that anybody's in the house at all. So it's one person. I don't like this new YouTube live setup. It's not like it used to be. So, but want to give a big shout out to Lock Them All Up. God wins. God bless. What's up, brother? Hey, everybody in the house. Real quick, if you had time, thank you for showing. Hold on, is it Burns survival and prepping? And let me see if all the shout outs. Winging it with Irish Colleen. Let's wait till a few more people get in the house. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put the link in here real quick. Mare Bear, hey, sweetie, I haven't seen you in forever. Well, I haven't been on here in forever. I guess that's why. Real quick, let me see if it's showing that I'm live. Okay, it's showing I'm live. Oops. Turn the advertising down. I get a copy strike on my own advertising. Paste. All right, in the comment section, I just pasted winging it with Irish Colleen. She's got a really cool prepping channel, like I said on the video before, the shout out video, and even Vern's prep and survival, basically prepping at a cheap price. But talking about people that are in the crosshairs, if you're from North Carolina like I am, we know how to prep for hurricanes. We have been prepped. Just got a few things left to do. See, that's a good thing, but there are a lot of people that think prepping is for people that think the world's coming to an end and zombie apocalypse. They don't realize people that I've talked to, friends back home in Florida, flat out say they only have 1 or 2 gallons of water, and people don't really think. And when they panic and knowing there's a storm coming, they go, like I said in the video, they go straight to the store and all the shelves are empty and there's no water. And like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? There's no water. Like I said before, fill up your bathtubs, find 5-gallon buckets, fill those up with water. Start filling up 2-liter bottles, not all the way to the top, but leave 2 inches, throw them in the freezer, throw as much in the freezer as you can. James R., you're amazing how many don't think to prep water. A lot don't. A lot of people. You'd be surprised how many people were out there looking for water. Everybody that I talked to in Florida, they went hunting for water in Walmart. There she is, winging it with Irish Colleen. Everybody, please, if you can click on. She just started out a little while ago. Prepper channel, a great prepper channel. She's I actually learned some stuff. Brother James, definitely praying for you, and he's thanking everybody for the prayers in the video. Sister Southside, Brother James, and their son, definitely in need of prayer. And losing your mom, brother, I know exactly what it feels like. It's horrible. It's never, I'm not going to lie to you and say it gets easier, because I live with it every day. And big brother, losing big brother. But anyways, it's another thing too people don't think about before. If you're in the way or in the path, you can go to Walmart and get, I think, 10 of these for $10. And after the storm hits, because you're going to be without power if you lose power. The last time we were in a hurricane, and lost power. That was Charlie, and we were without power for 7 days, which didn't seem like long, but 10 of these for $10 in a packet. You stick them outside because the sun's going to come back out the next day after the storm passes, and you have some type of lighting for cheap. There's a lot of things you can do, and I just wanted to see if anybody had some tips real quick in the chat. Hey, Brother Rogers in the house. Homestead, Renee, hello. Some of these names are some wild ones, but well, yeah, like I said, they've got bigger ones, smaller ones, but your batteries are going to run out. And I mean, these don't give off great light. I just pulled these out of the rocks on my out in my yard, the rock wall that we have. But like I said, if you have no candles in here, like I said in the other video, these candles here from Dollar Tree are sick. 58 hours of burn time, clean burning too. At one shot, I know I'm repeating myself, but for some of y'all that hadn't seen the video, I tested 3 of these, and one burned for 57 hours, the other 2 58 hours, all the way to the bottom. I mean, if you're going to test one, don't stick it out in the middle to where a cat or one of your children will knock it over. But for $1, you can't beat it. And then after it burns, I mean, it's like somebody scrubbed them clean. They don't burn black soot, and they're spotless. So, I mean, you have a container for useful things. But prepping is not for crazy whack jobs. It's preparing, like for this upcoming winter. They say it's going to be a brutal one. So if you live in the north, up here in Wisconsin, am I looking forward to it? No. But do I have the means to survive a couple months if there's a major blizzard? I mean, look at the people in the Bahamas. I mean, they're going to be without power for some places probably a couple years, like Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico is very political reason why they're not up and running. But this isn't going to be talking all political. Large plastic trash cans with lids and liners. Is that what you're saying, to store water there? Because that's a good idea as well. Fill them outside with water. There you go. Because you're going to let people like, oh, we don't need that much water to get by. Well, then you forget about how nasty and sweaty you get when you have no AC and the lights are out, and you don't have any type of relief. And then people say, well, go to my car and run my air conditioner. Well, have fun finding gasoline when the pumps are down and there's long lines and etc. I've lived through, born and raised in Daytona Beach, Florida. I've lived through a ton of hurricanes. Sister AMC, how you doing? I sent you a email last week. I hadn't heard back from you. If you could check your email, that would be fantastic. It's great to see you. Flush the toilet and bathe. Yeah, well, that's if the toilets are flushing. I'm doing very well. Had my surgery. Surgery was good. So I was in Florida working my butt off. Lost a lot of good weight. And I was looking back at some of my old videos. Like, holy crap, I was fat. Huge. So I'm back down to a good working weight. So, but anyways, Vern's Survival and Prep. If you go check out his channel, and I'll check my email. Okay, thanks. If you check out his channel, I did a shout out for him. He did this. It was a beer can, big tall boy, where he made a little stove out of. I thought that was pretty neat. And then he did another video just recently where he used it. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't know how long it's going to last. And I tell you what, that thing worked out pretty darn good. So I plan on making some. Yeah, that was a cool stove. You saw that too, Brother James? I freeze ice, cardboard milk containers, and block cooler. Washing hands when melting. See, that's a real good one. Scarlet poppy field. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know, and this is truth, that your refrigerator and your freezer is a big giant cooler, like a big igloo cooler. And if you freeze a bunch of stuff ahead of time, because I didn't know any of this stuff really years ago, and you would have killed for a cold drink 5 days into having no power, and just freeze as many bottles. And another thing too, if you have water bottles or a bottle like this and you have not opened it, you can stick it straight in the freezer and it'll freeze without expanding and exploding. But if you fill it up with tap water, you want to fill it to about there, so it leaves room for it to expand. Because when I go to work, I always fill up bottled water and in Florida and freeze them. That way you stick them right out on your truck and they melt and you got cold water all day. So yes, can freeze a few 1-gallon jugs to store in your fridge. You'll keep it cool. Exactly, Ryan. And that'll save your food. If your power's out for 3 or 4 days, you'll lose everything you got in your fridge or freezer if you don't. And if you got room, make room. Freeze some 2-liter bottles, milk jugs, water bottles, etc. But said before, water is going to be the most important thing. If you have had time, go out and get some instant mashed potatoes and cans of tuna fish. May not sound like a good meal, but you can make one of those little stoves. You can jump over to Fred's Prepping and Survival. Go through my videos if you hadn't seen it, and subscribe to him and check out how he made that stove. Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but if you're sitting there in a hurricane, hurricanes don't just fly by like tornadoes. They take quite a while. So you can make quite a few of those little stoves. Power goes out, because if you got an electric stove, you ain't got nothing. And if you got propane barbecue grills, but you don't have any propane, you can always use charcoal and wood. I used to actually get them on the side of the road and take them home and take all the guts out and use the grills. Just put charcoal and wood. I never really liked propane anyways. So, I mean, there's so many things that outdoor solar lights can be. Yeah, that's what I was showing just right here. You can get the cheap ones at Walmart and get a whole pack for $10. This wasn't facing the sun, but like I said, once the storm passes and the sun comes out, especially in Florida and the Carolinas, you stick them all in the backyard somewhere somebody won't steal them, and just bring them in at night. They're not very bright, but at least you have some type of lighting and you don't have to worry about paying a ton of money for batteries. But and another thing, if you have canned foods, make sure you have a hand crank can opener, because people that have electric can openers and the power goes out, they don't even know how to open up a can with a knife. And it can be dangerous, to younger people, liberals, something. But anyways, okay, Scarlet Poppy Field. Anyhow, 18 in the house. I just wanted to K-bar. Yeah, could definitely open up all kinds of stuff for the K-bar. I got a K-bar. I'm gonna say where I got it from. He's a hater of this channel now. Exactly. You don't want to injure yourself. Oh yeah, for the libs, injure yourself. But definitely, if you have time, and just start searching prepper channels, even if, like I said, you're, you know, in Wisconsin, or if you're somewhere where hurricanes don't hit. When I was down in Florida, they got nailed with a tornado. There's down trees everywhere, without power for, I believe, 4 to 7 days. I can't remember. No, 7 days. Um, and that's a long time to be without power. And it gets hot up here too. Hold on, getting text messages out the wazoo here. I don't even know who that is. But what my point is, why I want to jump on here: salt, coffee, honey, and beans. Well, you can definitely survive on that, and coffee's a great one. Well, I'll do another live stream when we'll talk about, like we did before, SHTF situations and bartering. You know, our long-term food storage down in the basement. Sister Lisa's in the house. Hey, family, long time no see. A lot of things that you can barter with, and coffee's a big one. And that I always said that I would never barter my own coffee, but you know, silver, bullets, etc. But we'll talk about another time. But staying alive and just staying clean. Um, Hygiene is key. Like I said, when you have no power and if the water's not running, you're going to wish that you filled up. I mean, look around your house and go in your garage and look at what you can fill up. All these containers, not just for drinking, but cleaning. You want to stay clean because when you feel clean, you feel better, even when it's nasty outside. I have 200 individual instant coffee packets and lighters for barter. That's very, very smart. Coffee's going to be worth its weight in gold in a SHTF situation. And tobacco's huge. This seems like home being here in chat with you on here. We've missed you. I've missed being here. I don't have my sidekick anymore, but that's here nor there. One of these, I'll have to get a new partner in crime on the live streams and start doing I was going to do the Friday night live streams, but I see American Joe, I think his name is, Brother Fred Knott, turned me onto that channel. Awesome channel. Hell of a patriot, too. I started watching his channel and I was hooked right away. Wing It with Iris. Colleen, if y'all just came in and you see her, please click on her picture and subscribe to her channel. She's going to be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. Strongly urge you to click on her channel and check out. You know, she's pretty funny. Had me cracking up big time. She does a lot of MRE reviews, and I've never had one. So after I watched that, I'm thinking about ordering one just to try it out. So a lot of you all are already subscribed to her channel, but if you come across this in the archives, watch the chat, click on her picture, and you know, when Jennifer and I made the cotton balls with the petroleum jelly, the lighter starters or fire starters, pardon me, it was nasty, greasy, yucky, and disgusting. She's got a video how to do it without having to go through all that trouble. Very smart. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that would have been sweet. Right. Patreon members, survival prepping for normal people. I watch all you guys. Makes us all seem more like a family and able to defeat any obstacles. Exactly. You know, people, like I said, prepping what used to be taboo, and everybody, oh, you're a prepper, ha ha ha, think it's funny. Well, I tell you what, as terrible as it is, you know, the Bahamas right now, I mean, there's places that are completely wiped off the grid. I've been watching just terrible videos on Twitter and etc. Sister Ms. Mary's in the house. How you doing? Wonderful to see you. Hi, can you open a can of food by running the top of the can against cement and metal wear down? That's a good point. You can open up a can of food by running the top of the can against the cement and the metal will wear down and open. Well, there you go. If you don't have a can opener, then that's a good way to do it. But I tell you, you should always have electric can opener because, you know, they said if the power goes out, there's going to be a bunch of Antifa members with their SpaghettiOs. If they don't have the pop top or their alphabet soup, they're going to starve. You know, you can only eat so much Play-Doh. But once again, everybody that's in here, if you can, an unspoken prayer for Brother James and Sister Southside and their son, if you can pray for them. You know, our Heavenly Father definitely knows what the prayers are for. It's an unspoken prayer, but much needed as soon as possible. So just wanted to get that out there. But there are a lot of people that know how to prepare for hurricanes. There's a lot of people that don't. They don't realize the flooding factor. And if you're in the path, and if you know the storm surge is only going to be about 6 to 8 feet, and that means there's only going to be a foot of water in your house, but you're in a low-lying area, and you have foods and stuff like that, put them up in the attic, put them up high. You don't want to be without, because I'm telling you, when we went 7 days without power, we didn't see any fire trucks. We didn't see any police officers, because they were handling severe crisis. You're pretty much on your own. So it's nice to not have to rely on anybody. And it's nice to know that you have enough food that you can go months and months. But if you don't have at least a month's worth of food, it's time you start thinking about it. It's very simple. Just start watching, channels. Check out RG Homestead's channel. Brother Roger, he lives out in Mary, Alice, long time no see. Caught you live, just home from work. God bless you. Making the best cakes in the world. It's good to see you. There's no water, bread on the shelves here in North Carolina. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sister AMC, there's already a shortage of food on the shelves. If you were prepping already and being prepared, sorry to hear that, Sister Lisa. I lost a cousin in Hurricane Katrina. That was a brutal hurricane. Took a lot of lives. Opened up a lot of eyes too. And like Sister AMC said, it's, there's no water, bread on the shelves here in North Carolina. So what a lot of people do is they instantly panic, and they don't think, well, I got running water now, tons of it. Make sure you clean your bathtub too. Make sure it's clean, scrubbed good, and then bleach. You want to keep bleach on hand. Now, one of our sisters in Christ said that per gallon of bleach, I think it's 7 to 14 drops of bleach in 1 gallon with a dropper. Shake it up, let it set for 30 minutes, and it's, you can drink it. If you have bath water sitting there that you filled up and it's like on the 4th or 5th day, you start developing bacteria and stuff like that. So you want to add a little bit of bleach, stir it around. It's like pool water. You can drink it. It'll keep you alive, but you want to stay clean. Being clean is good for your morale too. And it's gonna be a bummer. It's gonna be hot, sticky, and I don't care where you live right now in the United States. Like up here, it's a whole lot cooler than Florida, but it's had its hot days. But there's some other things I want to talk about, but I haven't done the live stream so long. I'm quite a bit rusty at it. So anyways, it was great to see you all. And solar battery chargers have come a long way. They have, Brother James. We serve a king who can calm storms. Amen, Sister Ms. Mary. And once again, RG Homestead, Brother Roger, he's got a channel with his granddaughter. I think she steals the show. She's awesome, but he just got up to 1,000 subscribers and did a giveaway. That was pretty awesome. But he lives out in is it Arizona, Brother Roger, where your homestead is? All I know is where you're at. It's hot there. Yep, lives out in Arizona. Got awesome property, but it's just like night and day compared to up here versus down there. So, I mean, prepping for different areas that you're in, if you're in it's, don't be embarrassed or, weirded out. Just start checking out channels while you have time, and, get a little notepad, write down things, try things out when you have time. It's better to be prepared and never have to use it than not prepared and be totally screwed. Because when your kids or family look to you as how you're going to feed us, how you're going to take care of us, and you don't have any answers, then that's got to be brutal. So, hey, dude, repeat this. Pee Wee Herman. Nah, you almost got me there. Almost got me there. Somebody's trolling. Bug soup. Hey, there might come a day, we're living in very prophetic days where bug soup's going to be very good for you. And you'll be blessed to find a bunch of grubs and beetles and ants and whatnot and make a stew out of it. Eric M.H. almost got me on that one. Yeah. No, I'll be all right there. You can just repeat that to yourself. Auntie. 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 Have to put our supplies. Oh, that's right, Sister Lisa. You're in California. Ugh, California. I feel your pain. Can I get your autograph? We used to hand out autographs there. Troll. That's probably Big P trolling. We used to hand these out, buddy, that were signed. Still got the Wounded Warriors thing where everybody through the channel donated money to Wounded Warriors and thank you letters locked and loaded. And I see that still getting thank you letters and calendars. I'm going to have to donate to them again. Anyways, nice headset. All right, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you very much. It's red. It's not blue, which I'm sure, by the way you're trolling, you might be on that blue wave, blue ripple. But we're not going to talk politics today. I'm about to jump off here. Once again, prayers for Sister Southside, Brother James, and their son, who's soon going to be 18 years old. And please click on Winging It with Irish Colleen. Show her some love and support her channel. She's funny. She really is. She's got a great sense of humor. Still my mermaid. Oh, yeah, Sister Lisa, Jennifer, yeah. My wife painted her the mermaid picture. But this is a Trump bus station. Not sure what color means. Miss all the live streams. Anyways, I'm at red for Republican, so you know what I was talking about. I mean, we are taking everyone to school. Who doesn't support Trump? I know I do. Not very happy with the red flag laws. Well, if you don't vote, then what are you doing running your gator? They miscounted in Florida. Okay. There's Ann 411. Please check out her channel too. I was watching your video. I was going to leave a comment on it there, Ann. The Olympic gymnastics, that young black girl. I remember when she was competing, and her brother was just arrested for the murder of 3 men at a party 8 months ago. I feel bad for her because now her whole career and everything I think is going to be frowned upon. Maybe, I hope not, just by the actions of her brother, which is terrible. Newman trying to get Trump off the ballot. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Sorry. Trump 2020, it's going to happen. I mean, look at Biden. Holy cow. That dude does not know where he's at. Like I said, he should be wheeled into a corner and given his pudding and put him for nap time and wake him up for puzzles and game time in the old folks home because these poor guys done lost it. I feel bad for him. He's, I guess, all the years of all the lies and corruption and stuff kind of fried his brain. Don Jr., I hope so. That would be awesome. Hulk Hogan for, 2024. Well, I hope you're having fun, Eric. You notice you haven't got booted out or kicked out. We don't do that here very often. So trolls don't bother us. We like to, like I used to say, what's that? We like to take the trolls out and pet them, feed them some glitter and Play-Doh, and throw them up against the wall and pet them some more and throw them back in their cage. We like to have trolls on this channel. Our pets. Sister Lisa, Trump 2020 U.S. Yeah, absolutely. Amen. Yeah, someone needs to take him back to the retirement home. Exactly, Ann. I don't get it. He is completely out there, and people actually want to still, support him. And Beto, holy cow. Locked and Loaded 2024. Thank you, Desert Wanderer. Holy cow. I couldn't handle that job. I know all the liberals would, be deported all into California. We'd have to take Sister Lisa out of California. And I think Sister Ann, too, lives in California. Move them all out. Beto, man, that is one entitled, silver spoon fed. That Beto changed his name. I can't remember his real name. Don't feed them after midnight. Yeah, you don't feed the trolls after midnight. You got it, Brother Mitchell. Don't get them wet either. Little gremlins. Yes, I would have to leave in that case. Yeah, you'd have to leave. And I'd hate to have to deport you or leave you in Cali. Send all the rest of far left liberals. Robert Francis O'Dork. That is Robert Francis. He talks about. I don't know if this is true, but I saw it going all across Twitter. But they said the shooter, the latest shooting in Texas, false flag, I believe, but that there was a vote for Beto on his bumper sticker on the back of one of his vehicles. Don't know if that's true, if it's fake news or not, but I mean, look at the Bernie Sanders supporter that shot up the baseball field with what's his name? Scalise. And some of the other shooters that were radical leftists. But you don't hear mainstream media talking about. I did that video on that stabbing spree that happened in California. A guy stabbed and killed 4 or 5 people and wounded a bunch more. I didn't see it on mainstream media. I read about it, but if it doesn't fit the narrative, if it doesn't go bang bang, they're not going to report on it. And the guy was Hispanic. So I don't know. So they don't want to blame us for the crimes. Yeah, and that's all they're talking about is this latest shooter, had an AR-15. It's I don't know. We'll get into that in a different live stream. Hey sis, hey baby brother, how are you feeling? Feeling much better, a lot better. Be back to work tomorrow. That's my sister Tanya, blood sister. Everybody say hello to my sister if you don't mind. Tanya Wells, Tanya Lynn. Been a long time, sis. Exactly. Winging it with Irish Colleen. It's not the tool, it's the person. Vivian in the house. I didn't even see you there. How you doing, sister? How many drops of water in a gallon, or how many drops of bleach in a gallon of water? Was it 7 or 11? For anybody that fills up a bunch of water in 5-gallon buckets and it sits for a while after the hurricane or loss of power, because like I said, when it gets hot, you're going to have bacteria building up. 7 to 11, like 7-Eleven. That's easy to remember. 7 to 11 drops. The eyedropper, I'm assuming. Not a turkey baster. Okay, Roger says 5 to 7. So how about we just meet in the middle with 7? 7 will keep you safe. But definitely a good way to store water without getting sick. Now, I don't mean go out to your creek that's all got fungus and algae and scoop up water and put 7 drops and start drinking out of it. No. That's not going to work. You got to filtrate that water big time, boil it, etc. And that's another thing. You know, if it comes to where you got to boil water, what are you going to do if you have no power or no means of having a fire? If you have time, go to Walmart, get you a little small grill, a hibachi, something small, you know, or watch Vern's survival channel that I made a shout out video. Make a couple of those little beer can stoves that he made. Something. Anyways, I'm going to jump off here, y'all. It was great seeing you all. Much love. Thanks for showing your support. And we'll start doing this more on a regular. And I can get the hang of things again. And hopefully bring in a sidekick and start doing some live streams on maybe Saturdays or something. So much love. God bless everybody. Stay safe, and anybody in the path of the storm, I wish you the best, and we'll be praying for you. And the power of prayer is real. So to all you skeptics out there that think I'm not a true Christian, that's between me and God, not you. So anyways, much love. Take care. Remember, Dollar Tree, 99 cents, 58 hours of burn time. You can't go wrong. Get you some of these, Walmart, dollar store, whatever. Set them outside after the storm. If you lose power, it's free lighting. You know, it's not the best lighting. And water, water, water. If there's no water on the shelves, fill up everything you got. 5-gallon buckets, anything around your house. Old used water bottles, milk jugs, clean them out good. Throw a bunch in the freezer. Time. All right. Later, y'all. Fear no man, never fear death, get right with God. Fight the good fight, and always stay locked and loaded. My pleasure winging it. RG, Brother James, Brother Mitchell, Donna, Sister Vivian. Later.